How is it going today? We are going to be doing just a little bit of live editing tonight because I got editing to do, and I got nothing else to give you guys yet because I haven't quite settled back into the United States. I'm working on it. We're here. But yeah, so I told you guys before that I would like to show you guys a little bit more about what it's like for me to edit, and I want to do that today because now we are on a fully upgraded computer here that is rocking out, okay? I know my last live stream was an absolute train wreck in terms of quality. I didn't really have time to set up and test the setup outside. I was trying to do a stream from the other room with my laptop to show you guys how I was going to upgrade that PC, and honestly the wireless just was not having it. It was so bad. I went back and watched that and it was rough. So any of you guys who even sat there for 5 minutes, thank you for being so nice and sticking around for a few minutes. You really didn't have to subject yourself to that torture. I apologize. But good news is the upgrades were successful. My failure to post was due to using an older BIOS than I needed to. So I updated with a beta BIOS, and that got the job done. And then I was able to install my 3900X, and we're running it right now, and it has had nothing but good results for the editing machine so far. So I want to show you guys a little bit of what I'm putting together and maybe give you a little taste of what's coming up this week. So last week I published a video where I interviewed students from Pittsburgh, from the University of Pittsburgh. And so the idea with this one is to actually do the proper university episode now. So we're going to be watching, like, you know, that process a little bit, which is a little more involved. Like interviews, I love editing interviews because they're so easy. I don't have to worry about myself. It's just like, hey, these people, check them out. But, you know, when we get into university episodes, we got to get a little more creative. Now, this is obviously far from complete. I'll show you guys the timeline real quick. Like I said, the other episode where I was showing you guys kind of my workflow, I've already done my first and second pass here. So the first pass was just getting the interview content trimmed down. And then the second pass is removing those ums and pauses and things like that, you know, kind of detract from the quality. So I took those out. And from there, basically, I've been starting to sprinkle in some B-roll and some of my own audio. I recorded myself in my Airbnb the day after I did this video, like after I went downtown, and I literally filmed this shot of me in a park looking back at the university. I had these interviews with Caitlin, so we took all this stuff, and then later that day I got home and I sat down and immediately like listened to all this and kind of just figured out what I wanted to add to it or what I wanted to inject. So that's where right now you might see some little gaps in here. We have like this gap where I have some audio of my own. It's a ton of sense because Pitt has guaranteed admissions to their graduate schools. But I haven't yet decided what I'm going to put in there. I may go for like some screen capture. I may just do some regular B-roll, kind of like I did here. I did the intro over the, and then I faded into these drone shots that I took. And that's where some of my voiceover kicks in. University, I met with Caitlin Livingstone, part of the international admissions team at Pitt.
Hi.
I still got to level out those audios, kind of get that volume balanced, everything else, but we're making progress. So right there, just a nice little part of the international admissions team at Pitt.
Hi, my name is Caitlin Livingstone, and I'm an enrollment services manager at the University of Pittsburgh. So I've been working in the admissions office at Pitt for just about a year and a half now, and I'm responsible for recruiting students from Latin America and the Caribbean, as well as Oceania and Washington State. Pitt is very welcoming of international students from all over the world. Every year we have over 3,000 international students here on our campus from over 100 different countries. So you're going to meet people from all over the US and all over the world here. So the University of Pittsburgh offers over 100
So right there we got a little intro going. We got a little bit of B-roll, letting her get some camera time. Obviously, you know, not bad to look at Caitlin on the camera. So the next move here, I just need to kind of start plugging in more B-roll and looking at like what else I can put in here. So I'm trying to listen through. I need to also keep inserting my stuff. I might just continue to do that before I move on to anything else. So like, again, I have another clip here where I'm going to inject myself.
Industry.
Although you might not want to leave when you see how beautiful the Cathedral of Learning is.
So one of my absolute...
This place deserves a ton of screen time, man. The Cathedral of Learning is amazing. And that's something else. I pulled down some extra video that I still need to put into this project. But it is really... man, it is such a great location. Like, it could not be better, honestly. I mean, just look at this building. Look how amazing that is right there. Like, you know, it just looks awesome. First of all, it's huge. Second of all, it's gorgeous on the inside. In fact, fun fact about this university, it was actually given a recognition for being the most look-alike for Hogwarts. Like, it's the university that most looks like Hogwarts, even though, like, it's not even the university where they filmed Harry Potter. Like, that's how good this university is on the inside. And I put up a couple of clips for right to leave when you see how beautiful the Cathedral of Learning is.
So one of my absolute favorite places on campus is the Cathedral of Learning. A lot of our academic programs are housed within that building, as well as our nationality rooms. There are 31 nationality rooms currently, which are designed in the style of classrooms from different countries around the world in collaboration with ethnic groups who have settled here in the Pittsburgh community. So it's really a beautiful building and an absolutely great place to study and even take your classes.
Yeah, it really is. And we fade back. So what kind of student is Pitt looking for?
So
right about here, I needed to do another mat on this so that I could fade back into her.
So when it comes to the admissions,
we might just J-cut that a little bit. Let's pull these back. Looking for, like right about here. For, like while I'm halfway through my speaking, we're gonna just bring her in.
So when it comes.
So what kind of student is Pitt looking for?
So when it comes to.
And that just kind of creates a little more continuity here. That's something I've been trying to do more of, is J-cutting and like just getting, you know, the audio to overlap a little bit so that it kind of creates a little more fluidness and less pausing in between. So at this point, I'm going to need to do, like, she's talking about programs. I also do a little color coding here where, like, once she changes topics, I kind of switch to a different color just to sort of go back and forth and help keep separate, like, the different ideas that are running around. The main thing here is she talks about the program, so I need to have like some B-roll of those, so I got to hear that right now.
Majors for students to choose from. We're particularly well known for the health sciences, so for any students who are interested in nursing.
Okay, so right there she's talking about nursing. It's always a good idea to like pop open a little note here just to write these down, because, you know, I like to know. We got nursing. What else did she say?
Pharmacy, physical therapy,
physical therapy, pharmacy,
occupational therapy, and we do have 5 teaching hubs.
She mentioned occupational therapy. I might just cut that because that sounds too similar to the other one, and I'm not going to have.
So for any students who are interested in nursing, pharmacy, physical therapy, occupational therapy.
You just take that out.
Pharmacy, physical therapy, and we do have 5 teaching hospitals.
Teaching hospitals. I might have to try to find some shots like UPMC. I know a couple of those. Like UPMC is a big one.
It's right here on our campus.
That is the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center. So I could probably find something from UPMC here. I could show you my story blocks too, so you can kind of see. You may have seen at some point some creator tell you about this. So all I can say is that this is the best resource I've ever had for making videos. It's so good. All right, there's no footage at the UPMC building. Then we check YouTube. Like, there's got to be somebody with the UPMC building. I almost might have a shot of it from my drones. Like, I want to know if there's just a good drone shot of that I could borrow. Hey, look! I just found for you. That's me. Isn't that funny? That's what we're doing right now. That's cool. Darn. That's Lemieux Sports Complex, Children's Hospital tour. Like, it could be good. They have a giant building in here. Maybe this tallest buildings will be the one that has it. Let's take a look. Too bad the quality looks like hot garbage. So let's see if that gets better. Kano Gates, Cathedral of Learning. UPMC is one of the tallest ones, I think. Yeah, it's PPG Place. There it is. Yeah, so they just got a still. Yeah, so that might not be. Yeah, it's a U.S. Steel Tower, but it's right. That's right. UPMC has it like leased out. Yeah, if only got stills there, that might be useful. Let's take a look at our footage. Let's see if we can find any useful stuff here. Because I did have that drone shot where I went from the point to the city. So let's take a look at this for a second. Maybe something good's in here. because like there's the UPMC building in the background there. That could be useful. Like I could maybe, I flew back. Yeah. I mean, that is a building. If I want to use this shot, I'm going to have to kind of call attention to that building though. We could though. We could do things. Maybe I'll show you a trick. So if I were to pull this shot for this clip, and I mean, this is, we're literally talking about.
We do have 5 teaching hospitals right here on our campus. We're also pretty.
Like we're talking about 3 seconds. So I need something for 3 seconds. This is definitely not necessary what I'm trying to do here, but you know what? Necessary is not the reason we do things. We do them because they are good. This could work. If I just take this and condense it down a little bit and really like track the UPMC building, I could get some text up here that's like tracked to that and would stick to it. And that could be like the text that says University of Pittsburgh Medical Center. That would be probably good enough. Yeah. All right, let's play around with this. Time to open up After Effects. Yeah, about to get more interesting. So the reason I'm going into After Effects is because I can do some cool stuff in here. I can track some things in here. We're going to do new comp, and we're going to set that duration to 3, we'll call it 4 seconds, just to give me a little extra bleed. We'll call it 4.5. Yeah. That way I can use some of the extra on the end to like transition out if I want to, or even, actually that makes me think I should probably even do another second at the beginning. So we're looking for 3 seconds of good action in the middle, but we're going to try to do like couple seconds of other stuff. So what I want to do here is just select the pieces that I want, which is going to be right about meow. I always forget the keyboard shortcut for that. And then I want it to wrap up about there. Oh, there it is. It's Alt. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to bring it down to about here. There we go. Okay, so now that that's the piece that's selected, that'll be the only piece that comes in here. And I'm going to need to speed this up in the timeline for sure to make this work, but that's okay. Let's bring it in and see if that did what I wanted it to do. Yeah, so it definitely started there where it wants to start, but now the issue is that it's way too long. So I need to go in here and do some time warp. Time warp's always a little tricky to do in here. I always kind of forget how. So we want to increase the speed significantly of this. Oh wait, I may have over increased the speed here. Let's go back a second. So we want this to, yeah, this is okay. Wait, no, this isn't okay. So whole frames maybe? Maybe that's the trick? You're going to see me not know what I'm doing here if you're watching. So enjoy watching me not know what I'm doing, because I almost never do this trick in After Effects. I usually do my time interpolations in Premiere. So I'm going to have to figure out what I'm doing here. So if I go from 80 to way more. Okay, I think by setting it to whole frames, I just did what I wanted to do. We're going to rush in. All right, because we can see our time warp. Yep. And then what we're looking for here is that last angle. I want that last angle to be where I was hoping to get to in this footage. So what I'm hoping for is this frame right here when I get to here. Now that I've sped it up even more, that's pretty close. Actually, that's almost exactly right. I think I nailed it. Hang on. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the shot. So I think that's Wait, no, it's not. Hang on. We're a little zoomed out still. I don't know why it's doing that. But that looks about right. That looks pretty good to me. So, yeah, that way we speed up quite a bit here. And we jump up here, and that's about where we're going to start transitioning out. But I feel like I do need to get this faster. So let's increase this speed at this point. Okay, this speed seems to have a much bigger impact on where we're going here. All right, because that's about where it starts turning out, right? Yeah, right there is where it turns. So that's what I wanted to kind of be done before the turn. So this is before the turn for sure. Okay, I think that'll work. So if we just go groovy jams. Yeah. So what we want to do now is track. So with this in place, I need to do, we're going to do a track camera. So it's going to do a camera analyzation thingy here, which it should be able to do pretty well for us. Looks like, yeah, look at the difference compared to when I was trying to show you this back in the States where like my stream was struggling so bad. So it takes a minute to do this analysis thing. Now, the other thing I can do, while that's working on tracking the camera, I'm going to set up my little null object here. And what we want to do is we really want to track this. We want to try to track this corner of this building, this should be a pretty easy track because tracking basically likes to use contrast. So when there's white on black, like there is right here, that's kind of perfect for a track job. So I think we'll be able to make this work pretty well. We'll see. I'm still working on I did this a little bit in the Cincinnati video, if anybody saw that. Like the Cincinnati video has a scene where I flew the drone over some buildings and I tried to track the text onto the buildings, and it came out okay. I was on the laptop, so obviously it struggles a little bit with some of that stuff, but you know, it wasn't too bad. It's probably trying to analyze the whole file, even though I told it to just worry about this part. So it's probably taking a little longer for that reason. It said, oh no, there we go. It's done. 982 frames. Yeah, that's more than. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, solving camera. So, is the camera solved? All right, create camera. Should be. So, that 3D tracker camera is basically following the camera that was in here. So if I put an object in 3D out there, it should respect that. But the other thing I want to do then is track an object in this null. So what we're going to do here is open up the tracker. And the tracker needs to be drone from point. Yep, that's our source. And we're going to do a, let's see here. All right, we're going to track motion. We need to move that track point. So what we're going to do, we want to bring all that up here. And we want to just pin it right. See, like right there where it's zoomed in, I really want to just grab like something that really contrasts well with the back corner. So that back corner should be really good. And then that area is like what it'll search for. And that box is the bounding box for all that. So like as we go through this, it's going to try to track that position. And I'm going to tell it to track this. Oh, wait. Whoa. Why did it do that? I didn't want to set a second point. Okay. Where did that? Oh, little X needs to get back in there. Hang on. Yeah. We want that point to be in the middle. Okay, like right there. All right, so that should, in theory, be a good track. We will see if that works. Now the target is null 1, that's good. So what this should do is basically just track this thing's motion through the shot and then allow me to put some text above it and like track that to it. So let's analyze forward. It's Ant-Man. This goes way faster on the new thing. Holy cow. I'm curious how that'll affect it though with me shrinking it down in the speed. I may have to match that speed transformation. We'll see. I have not tried tracking sped up footage before. So that could be a problem. We'll find out. These are the fun things that I like to do when I edit. Try new things. I do learn something with every video. It's very much like I try new things and I look at things that I've learned how to do and I try to do them better, and then you discover whether you're doing it right or not, or whether there's better ways to do it. You know, you kind of just get better. So I think we've tracked through okay, so we're doing pretty good here. I think we should keep going with this though. So yeah, keep running it. But you can see the little trail that it's making here. This little trail is like the motion that it is detecting. And that is sort of the inverse of the camera, right? Like it is the motion that is, you know, being detected by this object moving, but in reality that's being caused by the camera movement. So we have those two options to play with. We'll have the tracker camera and we'll have the null with this data in it. So let's see. I want to get to the end of this section that I'm using. God, Pittsburgh's so beautiful. Really is there's not a lot of cities with like cool, unique architecture anymore, because honestly everything feels the same. If you go to just most American cities, they kind of all feel like they have the same designs. And something that I really appreciate about Pittsburgh is just how unique the buildings are there and how different everything looks. And you just feel like you're in a unique place. You know, you're in a real city that is different. Okay, so that, I think we can apply that. Yeah, let's apply those dimensions to that null. So if that went according, okay, the null has those points linked to it. Okay, perfect. So what I should be able to do is pin some text to this null, and it should being the key word, stick to that building up there. So let's try that. Let's do a little text layer, and we'll play with we'll play with that text later and see what it looks like. But if I just pick the whip here and do this, then as we play through here, it should be, yeah, it's working everything like that. Now it's not doing any 3D stuff, but it is sticking. It is moving. Like if I actually like move this to, let's just say right here, for example, let's say I try to pin this right to it, and then we just put that right there. Like obviously that's not how it's going to look, but let's see how close it sticks, right? How tight it sticks to the building. Not very well there, which is weird. I don't know. Yeah, like the camera went this way, which I understand why it would, but it should have detected that and it should have moved it better. Now I'm thinking that there could be something to do with the delay here on the speed, because I'm noticing like, yeah, could have something to do. Yeah, see, I feel like the null moves here are, let's take a look at those. Yeah, like there are way more of these. So I probably have to do this before before I speed up the footage here then. That's probably what I'm thinking. So if I undo the speed stuff that I did here, let's just say we turn off these time warp effects. Let's see what happens now.
I try to remember, but when everything is coming back to me, I feel as if my memory is paralyzed.
Yeah, see, now it's sticking like glue. See, as soon as I turned off the time warp, it sticks like glue. So that's good. It sticks. That's what we're looking for. And what's cool about that, like actually as I turn right, it kind of reveals a little more of the text, which is kind of neat. So I like that. And it definitely feels like it's in there. I would probably like to put it behind this building. Like I could actually make this text look like it's going behind the building. But actually what we need to do is move this. So we're going to need to move this, reformat this a little bit. I think we're going to need to go like 2 lines because we want to make this text look a little fancier. So let's plop in the middle. Let's switch to some of my favorite CC Monster Mash because I love CC Monster Mash. Let's do just a little classic black on. And then increase that stroke. And then fill over stroke. Yeah. The stroking does work strangely in this, honestly. Okay, so what we can do is this. And then we'll pull down a little like arrow or something that goes ding. And then that arrow that goes ding will go in here. People bother me about work stuff. I can always see things. Yeah, that's weird because, yeah, that does seem to be what it says. Alright. Anyway, let's take a look here. I did pull down an arrow asset that I could use for this. So let's just plunk that in here. Yeah. Scale, shrinking. Actually, want it this way. We can just like rotate that a little bit. And that's where I would want to stick this. Yeah. Put that anchor point on the very tip so that that doesn't move. And that way, when we go back here, we're going to keep that tip right on there. And that way I got these two guys together. So now if I link both of these guys to, so what I can do, I know the trick here. I realized the trick. I'll pre-comp all this stuff. I'll show you what that does. So this guy and this guy are going to come in at the same time, and they're both going to adhere to the rules of the track. So I've got this here. Now, why does that float off so freaking much when the other thing doesn't do that at all? That seems weird. Oh, because it didn't actually grab the thing. There we go. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty sweet. I think this works pretty well. So I got this little like bing coming up here. That's going to stand out nicely. And then, you know, we can use that little clip right there for 3 seconds. And that's not too difficult. So I think that'll work. Yeah, they're sticking nicely. And we'll set these two things to not show up until at least the first second, so that I don't necessarily have to like do it this way, but I'm going to do it this way. So that way the first second of this, we can transition into it. Bing. We'll put in the little ding noise in Premiere because I don't feel like doing it in here. And then we'll like let that go here. Let me double check and make sure that's the right name for this thing. You know, I'm pretty sure it is, but you know, just to be sure. Okay, UPMC, cool. All right, #1 ranked hospital in Pittsburgh, by the way, people. That's right. Basically a university hospital is one of the best ones. And Pittsburgh's like a big deal for health services people. Like, y'all don't even know. It is a legit like location for that. Pittsburgh, oddly enough, despite its roots as this like steel city, industrial town, they have since reformed so much and have since done so many cool things that honestly, I love Pittsburgh so much because of that. Like, it has just done a great job of changing its image and how things work. So now that I have all this, what I can do, first of all, I should probably save my project here. I should have done that earlier. So we'll say that as UPMC. And then what we're going to do is we need to now do the time lapse move. And I want to see what happens when I do that. I want to see if that screws up my tracking completely. Like, or do I need to extend the length of this composition and then time warp it? Like, we'll find out. So what we're going to do though, I think, is let's try nesting this and then see what happens. Now I'm going to need to extend this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is what I need to do. I want to change this comp settings to a much longer duration of like 20 seconds. And then what we're going to do is take all this stuff and just drag it out to the end. And we'll even drag this out to the end. We'll just drag it all out to the end. And then what we want to do is shrink this stuff. So if this worked correctly, all right, frame hasn't been analyzed. That's fine. Okay, so till about there. Yeah, we don't have any more data up till about here. Okay, so that's the key thing. Like right about, yeah, because I stopped right when it started turning, exactly. So what we're going to do is actually turn that into the, we're going to put that to the end. That'll be the new end of the sequence. Okay. So that's at about 16 and 28. So we're going to change this to exactly that. 16, 28. And now I don't have to worry about that frame not being analyzed because we're not going to do anything. Yeah, we're just going to stick to it until we get to the very last couple frames where it hasn't been analyzed, but it's still holding completely still. That should be just fine. All right, and that means that we need to now do this. We're going to do a... All right, we're going to take all this and pre-comp. So pre-comp, we'll put all that together, and I can speed this up now, and I should have no problem. So let's just do the time warp effect again here. And we'll do whole frame. And right now, we're going all the way to, so we want this to get down to about 5 seconds. So really we need to increase this by quite a bit, at least. Let's see how that goes. That doesn't seem to be doing anything here, so maybe that's not the right solution. Yeah, because it's still running out of frames. Oh wait, well now it's hanging on. It's running out of frames here. Interesting. Okay. So I think it is reaching the end faster. Yeah. Like if we just look at this, what we're gonna need to do here, just watch this. All right. So that's what it looks like there. If I go into this comp though, where is it at that point? So we've barely moved. And then that was at 2 seconds. So 2 seconds we're here, 2 seconds we are here. Let's see if that matches or if it looks different. We just did that little lift off the ground. And over here we did a little lift off the ground and then some. Okay, so adjusting that speed is doing something. That seems reasonable. Let's try that. Like, we were at like 340 when we settled on that final result. So I want to see it hit that end by, yeah, right about there. Okay, because that'll work. Yeah, and that's where I left it alone. So interesting. All right, it seems to, okay, it has run out of stuff. Yeah, that's what it's doing. It's saying, okay, here you go. I'll get you to there in 5. And then it's done. It has no more to do. So I think that's actually exactly what I want. So let's just crop that out right there. And I think we can render these 5 frames, or 5 seconds of frames. Let's just bring this down to where we are. And I think now the only thing is like that, now that I'm speeding it up, that is happening faster. I may be able to just tweak that by moving these guys down the line a little more, because I want that to pop in around 1 second in. Okay, so that was a little too late. Let's just do that again. Let's bring them down about half a second. And now, yeah, perfect. So like right at 1 second, we're gonna get that pop in with the text. Yep. Yep. And then we got footage, drone, good times, flying over things. And then I'm gonna be doing, I'm just gonna let this loop. It's nice to do. Man, this goes so much better. Yeah, see, so now it's, yeah, it's flowing much faster. We're getting up to the building. We're looking at it in the distance. I think that looks decent. I like it. I think this will be a useful shot. Okay, so with that now done, very simple thing to do next is just Control M this piece and put her over here. And we'll just do the UPMC drone shot, leave that as an AVI, and we're gonna render that puppy out while we're streaming. Let's see how good it, look at this baby just blitzing through renders, pow, done like dinner. Gotta love it. You'll love to see it. Yeah, new PC parts make me happy. Let's see what that looks like. There we go. Okay, and it's tracking, it's sticking to the corner. Oh, it did, it included that little warning label. Okay, that was only for the last 15 frames. Not even that. Yeah, we'll be fine. We can work without that. We don't need that. We don't need to fix that. This is how we make things, people. You don't need to fix everything. So now we'll drag this into Premiere. I got my UPMC drone shot, and what we're gonna do is layer this in here. So,
in nursing, pharmacy, physical therapy.
So
Therapy, and we do have.
So here she's gonna be talking about, I gotta get those videos for the other stuff too, the things I mentioned here, nursing, pharmacy, physical therapy, and then we'll do this shot.
Therapy, and we do have 5 teaching hospitals.
So where that pops in, ding. Okay, we're gonna go to our ding and back 1 frame because the ding delays like 1 frame.
Teaching hospital.
Yeah.
Teaching hospital. Therapy, and we do have 5 teaching hospitals right here on our campus.
Something else I would like to do here.
We're also pretty well known for our engineering.
All right, so yeah, we're gonna definitely.
And we do have 5 teaching hospitals right here on our campus. We're also pretty well known for our engineering program.
All right. We're gonna cut off those bad frames down there. There we go, problem solved. So what I would do is probably have like some B-roll stuff here for nursing, pharmacy, physical therapy. Let's go to story blocks and get some stuff. Let's get some goodies for this. Let's see how we do things. Nursing. I mean, pretty easy to find stuff for a nurse, I think. Nursing. Just look for nurse. Not like a naughty nurse, but just like a nurse, you know? Okay, this is decent. This looks decent. What do you want to do? I always try to look for like young people. Well, that sounds like a good shot. Yeah, we'll just go with that one. Pharmacy. Pharmaceuticals. We could, we need some pills. Vials being filled up. Everybody's using these shots today. Yeah, let's go with that. That looks cool. That's a thing doing a thing. And then we got, she said physical therapy. Yeah, so let's try that. Let's see what we come up with here. Maybe we get like a guy's knee working on a machine. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. I want to see somebody on like some machines though, or something like, I want to see somebody doing some like cool therapy stuff. Let's see what we got here. The guy in a ball. We got this person's foot. Oh, this guy, like the robot man. That looks kind of cool. I should check. Hey, that's a booty. This is a PG stream. What else we got here? Yeah, I don't want to like show it with a boomer guy. I like the idea of this guy being like robot man, because that shows like futuristic stuff. So that's cool. All right, so there I just got these 3 files. I'm gonna grab these out of my downloads pile and put them into my stock footage folder, because that's where these things can go. I might use these clips again someday. You never know. So put them in there, and then let's see here. So I got my clips, and we'll minimize this. Go to the B-roll and dump those in there. Okay, so nursing.
Many students were interested in nursing.
All right, so she starts right about here. So we'll go with nursing. Nothing in particular I really care about here. Just, yeah, whatever. We only need a couple seconds of this, so we'll just do that.
And nursing.
Here she's starting to say pharmacy. We'll get the transition ready for that. So I like to time it on the action, you know, like right when it's stamping things. That's kind of cool.
Pharmacy, physical.
And then she says physical there, so we're going to go physical therapy. I kind of want her out of the way. Now, we'll slap this guy on top because we're going to use him to transition
Sciences.
out.
So for any students who are interested in nursing, pharmacy, physical therapy, and we do have 5.
All right, so next move is a matte transition out of that. So I'll show you how those work. I mentioned these last time I made this, like how I edit video.
Teaching.
That's okay. We can do that one. So seeing that that is about there, I want to time that up with the other one. I'm going to cut this one short. We're going to do a, whoops, that's not what I meant to do, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it drives me crazy actually when I do that, so I'll just jump back. Again, like all I'm doing here is just trying to, you know, fill in these gaps, like make it more interesting. I don't want you to just stare at the same person the whole time, and I want to keep, you know, the visuals matching up with the audio, so we're just trying to kind of like sprinkle in some interesting stuff in here. So this will use the track matte effect. I will need to adjust it real quick because it's looking on video for us. So now we'll have,
And we do have 5 teaching hospitals right here on our.
and I would like to start zooming in on this too as soon as we get into it.
And we do have 5 teaching
That timing is good. I like that. We'll just do a little scale position now.
hospitals right here on our campus. We're also pretty well known for our.
And probably about here we're going to be done. So let's just go to the end here and keep zooming in. I want to zoom in a little bit on the UPMC building and get like a little more height in there. and center it more. So yeah, like that. So like make it kind of feel like I'm flying in even better.
We do have 5 teaching hospitals right here on our campus. We're also pretty...
Yeah, that works. And then we're going to do another mat out of, that's a nice quick one. I always like that one, but I want to take, I don't know how much time I want to take on this one. Yeah, that should be okay. All right, so we'll just do that. We'll bring that guy in, apply our preset.
Campus. We're also pretty well known for our engineering programs, and we have 10 different engineering disciplines and a very well-ranked co-op program where students can get a full year of work experience before they graduate. And we're also well known for our business.
Yeah, so we're talking about engineering here.
Campus. We're also pretty well known for our engineering programs, and we have 10 different engineering disciplines.
This could be a good spot for some like text from this website of the university. Like I have to figure out where I want to put some stuff here too from the website, because I like to feature their content a little bit too. I looked around their like YouTube channels, not great. Some of them are better than others. Hillsdale surprisingly has like the biggest following of any YouTube channel of any university I've covered, which surprised me a lot because like Hillsdale's a relatively small college, not the kind of place that you would expect to have a huge social media presence. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh, on the other hand, is like way bigger school. And I would have assumed, you know, hey, Pittsburgh, you're going to have tons of cool videos. And they have some good stuff, but like I was really surprised at the quality of the production of stuff on the Hillsdale College channel. I pulled a bunch of clips from them to make that video. And, you know, with each university, I try to pull, like RIT had really good stuff. IIT was pretty decent. IE from Spain was pretty good. So, you know, I find that they're more active than you expect, definitely. It makes my job a lot easier. But yeah, I feel like here...
100 different majors for students to choose from. We're particularly well known for the health sciences, so for any students who are interested in nursing, pharmacy, physical therapy. And we do have 5 teaching hospitals right here on our campus. We're also pretty well known for our engineering programs.
Yeah, like I really want to show you some engineering stuff here, but I don't just want to make it general. So in that case, I feel like I should go to the website and get some stuff. I'm not going to do any web capture right now because that means I have to kind of like turn myself off from you guys for a little bit. Don't really feel like doing that. And I'm going to have to go in a bit anyway because I got work to do. It's no fun doing work. I mean, it is fun doing work. I shouldn't say it's no fun doing work. It just means like I have to do work and I don't feel like doing it. But... yeah, that's where we're at right here.
Before they graduate. And we're also well known for our business programs. Our College of Business Administration offers 7 different majors, including global management, finance, human resources management, and marketing.
Let's go back to those. We can get that.
Finance, human majors, including global management.
Global management.
Finance, human resources management, and
finance and HR.
And marketing. Also offer a certificate.
Marketing and sports management. Yeah, we could get some clips for those. I definitely need some clips for when she talks about the Steelers.
In sports management, which I know is pretty popular, and we do have several sports teams here in Pittsburgh, including the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Penguins, and the Pirates, so our students get to do internships, which is always a lot of fun.
When I interviewed Pitt students, quite a few of them were doing pre-med degrees, like...
I'm actually a chem major right now.
Biology, pre-med.
And that makes a ton of sense. Yeah, that was another cool thing. Y'all really should check out the interview episode. It was really good. If you just like, I mean, even if you're not even thinking about going to college right now and you're just kind of curious about it, or you just want to know what people think about it, it's interesting to listen to people's perspectives on that stuff. And I think hearing it from actual students really tells you a lot more than anything I could tell you. I mean, I haven't been a student at Pitt. I can't speak for every aspect of what it's like to be a student at Pitt, but those people can, and I really enjoyed hearing what they had to say about it. It also really affirmed a lot of the things that we believe as far as trying to apply early and trying to, like, you know, how to build your application. They all had really good advice for that, and it's advice that we echo, but it's good to hear it from people who've gotten into universities to say to you, hey, you know, like, yeah, you're right. You're not just making things up. That's comforting for us, you know. So I'll see here. I could get those clips.
Disciplines and a very well-ranked co-op program where students can get a full year of work experience before they graduate. And we're also well known for our business programs. Our College of Business Administration offers 7 different majors, including global management.
Let's take a look at some things for this. Like, what if I search global management? That's probably not the most effective search, but let's see what we get. Let's see what kind of stuff comes out. Oh, okay. This one's got like a globe in it. That could kind of work. I feel like a magician showing you how I do all my tricks. Like, it's kind of the kind of thing I probably shouldn't show you. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of taking the veil off here, but honestly, I don't care. I want to show you how I do things, and I also want you to learn stuff if you're interested. Next week, I'm planning on doing a TOEFL speaking unit, by the way. But since I got copyright struck for stricken, I got struck with copyrights for my SAT videos, so I had to rethink that. I was like, ooh, I really want to do TOEFL speaking, but I know the minute I play the audio, you're gonna like strike me down again, and I can't afford to get strucken down so many times. And now I'm like, what do I do? So I'm evaluating that option. I have some ideas for things that I can do, but we'll get there. I think that one can work for global management. Finance, I mean, I've got a few clips already of finance, but every once in a while I'm like, you need to just search for new clips, because I don't want to repeat the same clip in every episode. And sometimes I feel like I'm doing that. Like, I look at a video and I'm like, yeah, I've seen this clip a few times. I have seen quite a few of the same clip, and it's like, okay, time to like, you know, change it up. A little bar animation thing in here. Yeah, that's kind of slow, but that could work. Although that's not bad either. Guy, like, I could just take that last piece where that guy drops coins onto the stack. Yeah, let's grab that. Then we said the other ones were HR, marketing. Let me see what happens if I search human resources. I don't think I've always hated the term human resources. I feel like it just makes people sound like an item, you know? Like, I don't know if there's a better word for it. I'm not saying that human resources is the worst way to call it. It just, I feel like we could do better. I don't have a better proposal at the moment, so I'll shut up. But just saying, I would like us to come up with a better answer to the term human resources. Yeah, this looks like an okay clip. Here's a guy showing his resume. Yeah, it's only going to be on screen for a second, so who cares? Marketing. Look how easy it is to make content, guys. All you do is search for words and then use this stuff. And there's entire channels that are founded on story blocks, literally. Like, I see so much of this stuff now when I watch other videos. Like, I like to watch this channel, Second Thought. And he also does another one called Wendover Productions. And like, man, Second Thought is 100% story blocks videos. 100%. I think he might be using another source at some point. I've seen some like, I think Rocket Stock, or like a couple other videos from, there's another one whose name I forget. But it is overwhelmingly this stuff. Like, to the point where I see a bunch of videos. I've seen clips that I've used in my own stuff in his work. So it's the kind of thing you see, you know, you really become aware of it when you're using this every day. I don't feel like I really see any like marketing stuff here. I see a lot of like meeting stuff. I see a lot of like, you know, vague graphs, but I don't see anything that screams like marketing to me. Like, I want to see like a logo reveal, or like something that looks like I don't know, checking out a commercial, something that like feels more like marketing. I don't really feel it yet here. I mean, this isn't terrible, but I want to kind of see somebody, like, I feel like I just see a lot of charts and graphs that could be for anything. Like, I'm not really convinced. Then again, what does marketing even look like? How do you illustrate an abstract concept like marketing? And dude, I mean, what about making like filming a commercial? or like ad campaign stuff. Like maybe I need to get a little more specific here because I'm not seeing what I'm looking for. Yeah, we're getting into templates and stuff. All right, let's try. Let's see if I can find something like, you know, these are kind of like little animations that you could edit. They have a bunch of stuff on here you can edit too, by the way, which is really cool. There's a lot of good stuff. So, like, what if you just search advertisement? Like, yeah, maybe like just some big billboards and stuff could be good here. Like, I realize marketing isn't the same as advertising, but it is kind of what we associate with it. So I feel the need to kind of like go in that direction here. Yeah, I think this could just be good. Like a little Times Square clip. Yeah, we'll go with that. And then the other one we needed was sports management. Now, arguably, I could just... I like that this is a clip. 2 business partners eating hot dogs. Hot dog snacks after meeting. Yeah, because, you know, when you're an entrepreneur, bro, you have hot dogs with your business partner. I haven't had a hot dog with Tabo ever, or Peely, I don't think. I feel like this is a good place to use like a clip of Mike Tomlin or something, or Kevin Colbert, like a Steelers related clip here. So let me see if I search like sports owner though, if I can get like, nah. See what comes up if I just search sports team. Like, oh, that's cool. A little template for you to do like a team. Oh, that's nice. I like that. I might want that someday. Yeah, sometimes I see some good stuff on here and I'm like, ooh, make a note. There's some good stuff on this. Yeah, so team is kind of just coming up with a lot of this stuff. Like, what if I just search for a coach? And again, sports management is way more than coaching, but, you know, again, we're looking for things that illustrate the concept, not necessarily the ones that most accurately define the concept, you know? That's kind of how this game goes. I like this idea, the guy, coach on the tablet with little Rugrats behind him. I feel like that's a good clip. It's a new clip. Let's go with that. That's sports management. That's what it is in a nutshell. All right. Fresh clips for Pittsburgh. That's because I love you, Pittsburgh, and that's because I'm very grateful for the University of Pittsburgh for taking the time to like have me. Honestly, it was the single biggest get for me. Like, no offense to anybody else. I want to be honest here. If anybody else from any of the other universities sees this, I want you to know I love you too, and I appreciate getting to see you. But for me, as a person, to go to my hometown of Pittsburgh and just like make a video in my hometown, that was super cool. And to have them actually want me there. Because honestly, it was like, will they even say yes? You know, a lot of universities said no to the plan. A lot of them were like, no, we're not going to, you know, we're not going to have you. We can't have you. I got so many different no's. Like, you wouldn't believe. I got told no because we charge people money for our services. Like, somehow we're supposed to just invent money out of thin air, apparently, or just be like somebody's sugar baby and some rich donor take. I don't know what they expect from us, but apparently if we charge money for some of our services, we're bad, so they couldn't work with us in a lot of universities. Others told us no because they already had a partnership with some Peruvian company and didn't want to step on their toes, even though I wasn't asking them to like endorse us or like form any sort of official alliance. It was just like, I want to make a video about your university. Will you help me? And I got told no from some others just because they couldn't, like it was against policy to do that. I got told no because they couldn't record interviews. They were told, nope, we're not allowed to make interviews with anybody. So your whole premise of your video doesn't work. Like, I got told no for so many different reasons. So I kind of felt like it was a long shot to get this one, to like get Pittsburgh. I was like, man, I'm probably not going to get it. And when Caitlin hit me back up and said yes, I was like ecstatic. Like that was the whole thing for me. Because if I didn't get that yes, then like going to Pittsburgh was kind of pointless. And I wouldn't have had much of a reason to go there except for, just to hang out and have fun in Pittsburgh. But like I was on a trip that took a lot of time and took a lot of money, and it wouldn't have made sense for me to go there for no reason. Like, much as I hate to say it that way, I wasn't even able to see family and stuff on this trip because, the Rona. So basically I was just super hyped to get this. This was a big get for me. And I feel like we're, we, the channel, are getting better at looking legit. Like, I mean, the reason she told me later that the reason they said yes was because they saw the video that I sent them. I sent them the IIT and RIT clips, and they checked those out, and they sat down at a table, watched them together with the whole team, and they all agreed, like, this seems like a good opportunity for us. And so to me, I think it's awesome that they trusted me enough to do it, but also that we had something to show them. We had evidence that other people have trusted me. And that's one thing I can tell you. If you're trying to make a project happen, like, just go do it, get something out there. RIT was like the first get, and that has opened the door for many other places. And I think that because of that legitimacy that we got from doing a couple of, university episodes with private universities, it was a lot easier to get this one to happen. And even though a lot of people still say no for a variety of reasons, I'm confident that if we keep getting bigger, we can become too big to ignore. We can become bigger to the point where they have to say yes. They can't ignore their policy anymore, because who would miss a chance to be on Youniversity, right? And if that ever happens, if those people come back to me and say, hey, we want to do it now, I'm not going to hold it against them. I don't blame them for saying no to me right now. What am I? I'm nothing. But we're going to be something someday. So
offers 7 different majors, including
global. That's where she's starting to talk about the global. Boink. Yeah, whatever. 1 second should be good. We need to zoom in on that.
including global management.
Yep. All right, that's good. That guy stacks the coins. He's so slow about stacking those coins.
Finance, human.
I need you to stack those coins faster, buddy. Darn it. No.
Management, finance, human.
We do need to do this. We're gonna do this.
Finance, including global management, finance.
Yeah, that sounds better. And then we'll do human resources was the young male candidate video. Yeah, that seems good right there. Man, that's a long clip.
Human resources management and marketing. Human resources management.
She says management. We have more time now. Okay, marketing. We agreed on using the Levi brand commercials thingy. Yeah, that's cool. That's gonna be a faster clip.
And marketing. Also offer a certificate in sport.
All right, cool. And then we'll do the basketball coach video. You don't see it on camera right now, but or on screen, but off to the side here I have all my footage open. So I have this open here, and this is my stock footage folder. So anything that could be reused in another video goes in here. This is already 749 items, 7.5 gigs. Fortunately, they're all very small files, which is very convenient. So I keep all these open in here, which is how I know the names and I have little previews of them, and then I just go in here and pull them down. So we're doing basketball coach. And all I'm doing over here on the left is setting my in and my out. So knowing that this is going to be about...
Also offer a certificate in sports management, which I know is pretty popular. And
So yeah, I'm going to need a few seconds on this one. This one can take a little longer. So we'll start, I think we'll start where it starts and just get up to like where we see the guy's face or something. I think should be about enough, like right about there. And that's plenty. That's going to be more than enough to get us to the next point here.
Also offer a certificate in sports management, which I know is pretty popular, and we do have several sports teams here in Pittsburgh, which I know is pretty popular, and we do have several sports teams here in Pittsburgh, including the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Penguins, and the Pirates.
So I'm going to need a clip for each of those.
So our students get to do.
And this could be a good one to do a matte transition out of. So we'll leave that on the side.
Management, finance, human resources management, and marketing. Also offer a certificate in sports management, which I know is pretty popular, and we do have several sports teams here in.
What I'd like to do is cut to a little bit of Pitt Panthers right here before she gets to some of this stuff. So what we're gonna need is like a quickie clip of Pittsburgh football. Yeah, I think we could just use some of this. This will work. We got a 4K video downloader here, by the way, which is extremely useful. This is great. You know, general rule of thumb is like they say, 5-second clips are kind of like within the realm of fair use, and that's a general guideline. I've never had any issues because of that. Obviously, music is protected by DMCA, so that's a whole different ball game. You're not going to be able to play around much with music. You can get a couple seconds before the algorithm flags you on that stuff. But video, as long as you're not just ripping off somebody's stuff, for the most part, they're pretty chill about it. So I haven't had too many issues on that front. So just like I want a quick clip of the Steelers. I don't really want to download. You know what? I would love that clip where Antonio Brown kicks the punter in the face. That would be nice. This is an amazing clip, and even if I can only blow it up in 720, I will take it, because arguably if I had to show one Steelers clip, it would be this clip. Like, let's not make a mistake here. I don't want to run this too long lest my video here get in trouble, but because you'd be surprised at what can get you in trouble. We'll drop that into the folder too. And then I just need like a quick Penguins clip and a quick. I don't know anything about the Penguins or the Pirates anymore, for the record. Yeah, I only need a second of this, but I would love a shorter clip, but I don't think I'm gonna have one. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and use that. That sometimes is the game. You're going to download. Oh man, they don't have anything better than 720? Sad. Really? You're the NHL uploading game highlights and you don't have full HD on those? Kidding me? Let's try this one. That just seems shocking to me. I have a hard time understanding how Stanley Cup playoffs don't have anything better than 720p. What in the actual crap is that? Also, why would the 720p 60 be half the size of the 720p? That's weird. All right, we'll just download the big one. It's only going to be on screen for a couple minutes. It doesn't matter. I'd also like to take a moment to just talk about the fact that yesterday was International Talk Like a Pirate Day. One of these days we will celebrate that here on the channel proper. Maybe when it coincides with something important. I don't know. The Pirates kind of suck, so I'm not expecting much in the way of good clips from them. But, we'll show them real quick because she said them. That's how it works. It's more Caitlin's show than mine. So, yeah, that's weird. This one's also saying the same. I wonder if, something's broken here. I wonder if it's limiting me to. Don't know. But whatever. We're getting those two things downloaded. And with those, we're gonna be wrapping it up for tonight, I think, because I got a meeting I gotta get to. Got business I gotta take care of. I don't want to keep editing this stuff, so that's probably how it's gonna go. But it's been an absolute pleasure hanging out, showing you guys a little bit how we pack the fudge around here, how we, bake the cookies, how we serve the drinks. So this is how it goes. I am so far from done. I've gotten a little bit of productive stuff done here, but this has been a little bit more for show. I would work faster if I wasn't narrating things out loud, but this is more or less what happens in a university episode. We are constantly looking to add cool stuff on top to make it more interesting, transitioning back to nice things like this, stack those transitions, baby. Like, get one after the other.
5 teaching hospitals right here on our campus. We're also pretty well known for
like that. And hopefully coming up with a cool episode that you guys are going to like. I'm really excited about the University of Pittsburgh in general. I think it's an awesome place, and I genuinely think you guys should all check it out. So if you are ever considering studying abroad and you're not sure where to go, I would encourage you to check out the University of Pittsburgh. But that is all I'm going to be doing with you guys tonight. I got things to do. So it's been a pleasure. Take it easy and have a good night.